am stepping in here on behalf of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Yakubu Dogara. And I think my role or my function to play now is just to present remarks on behalf of the Speaker, and is given to me in a draft speech, and I will just go ahead to do the same. I once again welcome each and every one of you to this important public hearing. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this hearing organized by the Ad Hoc Committee investigating the operational activities of telecommunications equipment and service companies in Nigeria. The House of Representatives, in the discharge of its oversight function on the operational activities of telecommunications equipment and service companies in Nigeria, set up an ad hoc committee, amongst other things, to assess the tax compliance status and remittance of statutory contributions to relevant government agencies, to relevant government telecommunication service providers, and to evaluate their administrative and operational procedures. Ladies and gentlemen, the importance of the crucial role of the telecommunications sectors plays in setting the stage for rapid economic development of all developing nations, including Nigeria, cannot be overemphasized. The 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is amended, specifically Section 88 and 89, Section 88 sub 1A and B in particular, state that, subject to the provision of this Constitution, each House of the National Assembly shall have powers by resolution published in its journal or in official gazette of the government of the Federation to direct or cause to be directed an investigation into A, any matter or thing with respect to which it has power to make laws, and the conduct of affairs of any person, authority, ministry, or government departments charged or intended to be charged with the duty of or responsibility for executing or administering laws enacted by the National Assembly. It is important perhaps to remind ourselves at this point that all non-human persons are the creation of law, and therefore it is incumbent on organizations doing business in Nigeria to conduct their businesses in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the law, as well as the rules and regulations governing the industry in which they operate, including the present government policy for zero tolerance for tax evasion. The public hearing is an opportunity for all interested persons, groups, and stakeholders to examine the interim report of the committee and make useful contributions to not only strengthen the telecommunication industry in Nigeria and bring it up to speed with global best practices and block all avenues for revenue leakages and help the committee to efficiently and effectively complete its assignment. I wish to assure all participants that the ideas you put forward at this important hearing will be utilized towards fashioning of an appropriate legal framework for the enhancement in the sector. In this regard, therefore, I wish to reiterate that the House Ad Hoc Committee, the House places a lot of confidence in the ability of members of this Ad Hoc Committee to rise up to this very important assignment. While wishing all of us fruitful deliberations, it is now my pleasure to, on behalf of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Yakubu Dogara, formally declare this very important public hearing open. God bless you all and bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
We've tried as much as possible as committee to stay focused on what the motion intend to achieve. The reason why I started my remark by making reference to facts and alternative facts, I'm just merely responding to some of the online publications that have come out of recent about tax evasion, 5 billion tax evasion. You see, I'm wary of the word tax evasion because it's criminal in nature. You have tax evasion and, NIPC. Like I said, we have tax avoidance and we have tax evasion. So when I saw this newspaper publication talking about tax evasion, I was concerned. And I felt there's the need for me to address the public on what we're doing here. You see, when you say tax evasion, it's criminal in nature. Tax avoidance is legal. So what we intend to achieve here is simple. To strengthen our laws. There's nothing wrong if you try to avoid tax. It means there are loopholes in our laws. And what we do is to strengthen these laws and make it better for the benefit of the industry and the benefit of the country. But when you say tax avoidance, it is subject to proof. And you have smart lawyers at both sides trying to look at the loopholes and take advantages of these set laws. Now, we are not lawyers. We have some of us that are lawyers here, but that is not what we aim to achieve. The act is from this institution. So if there's a loophole, we need to look at it, see how we can propose an amendment and strengthen our laws. It's as simple as that. Okay. I don't know where the media got the 5 billion naira from, but I do not intend, and I've made it clear from the onset, to set panic into the industry. But the truth is, the right thing needs to be done. If there's loopholes in our laws, we'll straighten it. And one of the reporters came to me and wanted a response to some of this publication, and I made it clear. If what we've unraveled from March till now is 5 billion, it simply means we don't know what we're doing. Yes, there was an interim report. We submitted the interim report to the Speaker. But like I said, it's an interim report. We wrote letters to all companies involved. We wrote letters to government agencies requesting that these figures are temporary, and all we need is for you to come on board and reconcile what we've discovered. Some companies approach the auditors/consultant, and we have instances where companies owing over 700 million. At the end of the day, it's reduced to zero. Those are the kind of things we want to achieve here, because we don't want to send the wrong figures to the public. And I know some of you are on the stock market, some of you have shareholders, you're employers of labor, so we do not, I repeat, intend to send panic to the industry. What have we discovered so far? The total figure, like I said, is interim, need to be reconciled. The good thing is we're not going to have a Q&A today. Tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, we hope some of you that have not come forward to provide further documents to reconcile these figures. I'm pleading with you, I repeat, I'm pleading with you to come forward, bring further document in your disposal which we don't have, reconcile these figures so that we can move forward. What we have so far is interim, and the figures as of today, we have about 24 companies. There are more that the auditors are still looking through their books. What we've done, we're looking at telcos, vendors, and we're looking at the lottery itself. I mean, lottery operators operating on that telco platform. But so far, we have 24 companies, and we have a total of 143 billion, 434 million, 976,957 naira 50 kobo only. 143,434,976,957.55 kobo. Like I said, these are interim figures. We are not going to discuss. I'm being mindful not to be specific as in what companies owes what. Doing that, it means I'm winch hunting a particular company, and we don't intend to do that. Like I said, I'm not saying what we've got is right. There's always a room for fairness. Like I said, I can give an example of a company, IPNX. They approached us with documents. Initially, when the auditors came up with their figures, they are owing over 700 million. But as it stands today, it's zero. That is what we expect from every one of you that we've written letters to. It's as simple as ABC. All this grandstanding won't take us anywhere. We've received letters from a company quoting the act that regulates the industry. Now, let me tell you something about this act. The act itself is birthed in this assembly. It's our baby. So you can't come here and quote an act of parliament to us. And you must remember that the Constitution overrides its supreme. The Constitution, residents here, is our baby as well. So please, we are not joining issues with anybody. We are not tax collector. If FIRS gives you a clean slate, we don't know how you come about that. But our function is to oversight. Our function is to investigate. If we say what you have is wrong compared to our papers, we have the power to look at some of these things, and that is what we're saying. So please come forward. These figures are not fixed. It's subject to reconciliation, and it's as simple as that. We are not saying we are tax collectors. All we are saying, we find loopholes in our laws, and we want to tighten up our laws. It's as simple as that. If we haven't looked at this, look into your books, we will know some of the leakages that is pending and need to be addressed. So I don't want to be appeared to. Okay, the way forward. FIRS is not here. We're going to write them once again. There won't be any sitting tomorrow because Mr. President is bringing budget before the House. So all other activities is going to be moved till Wednesday. So we hope that between now, tomorrow, some of you that have relevant documents will work all night, submit before this House, submit before this committee, we'll look at it, then we'll know how to go forward with our report. It's as simple as that. And FIRS, we intend to meet the previous chairman of FIRS from 2005 to date. We need to know where this problem lies, why we have these leakages, what is the problem, how did they arrive into some of these figures, and it's as simple as ABC. Like I said, we're not going to have a Q&A session here. There's still the room to reconcile, and we hope that on Wednesday we'll get to the nitty-gritty of what we have at hand. Thank you very much. Emerging markets. Who are we? And the agency, FIRS, CBN. My take on this is simple. Like I said, we have a figure of over 143 billion naira. It's important they come before this Ad Hoc Committee and reconcile these figures, or provide documents that is going to help this investigation. Failure to do so, whatsoever we put out there, trust me, there's going to be an enforcement. I'm going to repeat myself. There is going to be enforcement. So, like I said, we have the grace of today and tomorrow, because of the budget presentation, to do the needful. It's as simple as that. On Wednesday, we're expecting more companies, and we've made it clear. We've made publication in This Day, in Guardian newspaper, of our activities. So it's as clear as ABC. So please, I'm pleading with the companies that are not here to appear before this committee, submit relevant documents so that we go home and nobody is offended. Failure to do so is admission of guilt. Grandstanding is admission of guilt. You cannot come to Parliament and hide behind an act. It's bet here. Like I said, it's our baby. All we have here is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that empower us to do so. This committee don't want to join issues with anybody. So let's make this clear. Appear before this committee on Wednesday with all relevant documents that will help this investigation. Any members that have any contribution? When you appear on Wednesday, it becomes like an ambush. I want you prepared to explain before this Ad Hoc Committee VAT on recharge card, the 5% VAT on recharge card. I want you to be prepared and know what to say to this committee on Wednesday. It's a takeaway, but it's an issue which you must look into. Like I said, I don't want it to appear like an ambush. That's why I'm giving you this information so that you can come prepared to answer some of our questions. And most importantly, reconcile these figures, provide additional information before that time. Can someone move for adjournment, please?
Okay, Honorable Bid Eke, I represent Abom Singapore. Distinguished Chairman, distinguished colleagues, I move that the committee adjourn till Wednesday. I so move. Thank you.